Hey, what's going on, guys? Maverick Views, and wow, look at that set. I want you guys to just sit there and admire this, because this looks, in my opinion, so fantastic. Lego did an amazing job. I have a little bit of dust on it, but Lego did an amazing job with the set. The scale of it is obviously not minifigure scale, but it is up to scale with the last Star Destroyer that we got that was from the original trilogy. But wow, it does look good, you know. This is one of those sets that you just have to admire once you're done building it. It took me a long time. I was actually sitting down at my desk watching a show. I was watching The Office, actually. It took me a while to build, but it was pretty worth it. And I watched maybe like 6-7 episodes in one sitting building this. I'm glad that I, finished building it, and now I can actually, admire it. Yes, it does look fantastic. Now, I've rambled on for too long. The set is the First Order Star Destroyer. It comes with 14,000 pieces. More, accurately, it is actually 1,416 pieces, and it is set number 75190. You can see the minifigures lined up. These are all the mini. That doesn't look correct right there. Yeah, that looks more correct. Kylo Ren's mask getting up in there. Yeah, these are all the minifigures that it brings, and these are great minifigures that it actually brings. You do get the official Snoke minifigure now. He looks completely different than he did in the Force Awakens video game. The Lego video game, but I do gotta say, I do like the way they made him in this actual physical minifigure form. I didn't like the way he looked in the game, and I'm glad that they actually decided to make a different design for him. So yes, this set is fantastic to me, and we're gonna get inside and we're gonna see why. Just looking at it from its, straight on angle, it's very, very symmetrical, on either side, except, up here, where it does look a little bit different, because you get the little, it's like a satellite kind of ball kind of thing that the Star Destroyer that we got in 2014 kind of had, but they're a lot smaller on this one. So is the bridge. The bridge is a lot smaller than it is, than the one that we got a few years back. But just look at that. You can lift it up from right here. You can kind of see the middle. It just, I don't know, it looks great to me. I kind of want to show you some of the detail that it brings. We are going to zoom in a little, just so we can admire it even more. You do get a lot of these. I'm going to slide it around a little bit. You do get a lot of these, I don't know what they're called. These pieces, specifically, I don't know what they're actually called, but you get a lot of them. You get details with the studs. I feel like the studs even bring detail out into it, the plates, the lines through them, it just adds a ton more detail. We get some little smaller parts to add more detail onto them, as well as up here, these little tiles right here. This just always look fantastic. And then we get some areas where it doesn't even have plates inside of them, or tiles. Tiles or plates inside of them, which I think was okay. But yeah, we do get the inclusion of these stud shooters. Where you press down on them. They are in the color gray, which I don't believe I've ever seen, but I think we have gotten them. What is that mean? It's the lights. Yeah, I don't think we've ever actually gotten them in gray. If I'm wrong, please correct me down in the comments below. But you know, you press down and they shoot them out. The sad thing about them is that they're not movable, or they're not movable. They are just, you know, stuck at that angle. This box, that was a noise. The backside right here, I think they did a great job. Look at those engine pieces. There's a lot of engines, you know, for Star Destroyer, and I would expect them to actually. This little build right here, I don't know what that is. I don't know why they built it like that. They easily could have just added a plate right there, and it could have been a little bit more sturdier. But I don't understand why they would actually want it to be like that. This whole thing hinges with a pin, a Technic pin, comes back that far, and that actually helps you when you hold it right there. It actually helps you, you know, to open it. We'll open it soon. Don't worry, guys. I'm just looking at some more. You know, want to get the outside, the complete overview of the outside. This is where some of the problems start to come in because those red axle pieces right there are really bright. You see a lot of the Technic holes, which there's no way in really fixing that. Maybe they could have used less Technic. I don't know what these pieces are actually called. These pieces actually, beams, maybe you want to call them like that. But it looks okay. What actually would have been cool is if they would have used maybe the gray pins. They are a lot looser, but they would have done the job. You know, they would have held in right there because they're mostly using 2 pins on each of these bracket pieces, or whatever you want to call them. You do get these pieces right here that do hinge, and I don't know where they're actually supposed to be hinged at. Oh, that one just broke. But again, it doesn't bother me too much, you know. And there it goes again, breaking. It is kind of fragile, as you can see. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the outside. And let's go ahead, move it on towards the front, and actually open it. Oh, and then another thing is right here, you can see that this is kind of, you know, you saw it moving a little bit. It moves up so that way you can grab it, and the gravity of it helps so that you can actually hold it, and it won't, you know, it won't go too far forward, it won't go too far backwards. It's held just perfectly. And if you actually wanted to hang this set somewhere in your room, you could. It just falls down with gravity. So what you want to do to open this, you want to move that back, and then you just want to grab it where you can grab it. You just slide them down. Want to open it really carefully. Can we focus, please? And then you just swing them down, and while you guys are probably confused on, you know, where the actual interior is, yeah, I was like that for a while when I first opened it, because I do feel that it is a bit too messy, you know, on the sides right here. These tan pieces, yeah, I'm already complaining. I'm sorry about that, but these tan pieces easily could have been, you know, just dark bluish gray, light gray, as well as all these black pieces that are back here or to the side. I feel like they easily, Lego, you easily could have made them dark gray or dark bluish gray and, you know, light bluish gray, just so it could blend in well together, and when you open it up, your eyes wouldn't want to look too much around. Your eyes would just focus on what's black and red in the middle. And that is pretty much the biggest gripe I have with the set, would be how messy they made it on the sides. These pins right here don't bother me too much actually, because we get the highlights of the red, you know, right here. But I don't know, this bothers me too much where we have the black right there and the dark tan right here. I mean, they could have easily made it look kind of blandish, and your eyes could ignore it, your brain could have ignored it. That way all your focus would have been just right in the middle. But yeah. So towards the front right here, This is one of the main areas. Let's get some minifigures up in here. Actually, you can see that this is kind of like that little bridge that they have in all the Star Destroyers, where the other minifigures are actually down here in the seats, and they just sit there. And it doesn't swivel, you know, the chairs don't swivel, which I think was a good idea. That way you don't have a lot of minifigures hitting each other. And I don't think there was any other way that you could have done that for them to even move properly. A lot of the seats, most of the seats, all the seats actually, have these printed tile pieces, as you can see right there. I hope you can see it. Yeah, we have that. Those red markings, I'm going to turn the brightness down a little bit. White balance. Maybe I can cover that up a little bit. Block out the light. These are actually stickers, as you can see right there. And you can see there's stickers, and they do go all around that bridge right there. They go around right here, towards the middle, right here. Actually, towards the sides, and it does come all the way to the front right here. There is, if we can get it just right, a printed piece on there. Or not a printed, a sticker piece. Right there. Which is, it looks good. You can see the sticker right there. And you can also see the other, you know, the chairs that are sitting right there. We get 2 more stickers right here, which is this control panel right here, I guess, and then also some of the lights that they have. And I've liked the design of the lights so much in Star Wars, the way they have them like that. If I were ever to design a house, I mean, that'd be really expensive, but I feel like it'd be really worth it to have lights like that on your walls. The house would be so bright, but it would also be very hot in there. We can move towards the back of all that. I'm gonna move this down a little bit. Here we have kind of, since all the pieces are black here, you can't tell too much, but this is kind of like a conference table. There's some little piece on the table right there for some reason, and you can fit 3 minifigures. They have a spot right there, as you can see. And then I'm gonna move the gun out of this hand, but you can place another minifigure right there, and then you can even fit another minifigure right here. It's all right. I don't like it too much, and I do feel like it's a little crowded right there. But you know, for more detail inside and for more, you know, interior stuff, so it doesn't look too plain inside, I think that was the best decision they could have made. You get another sticker piece right there on that little control panel thing. You fit another minifigure, of course, right there, and they just they're able to look down on it. You know? It's at good height. Yeah, I think it looks good. You do get an area where you can put a droid on that little, I don't know if you can see that, right there, a little bar piece right there. Can add the droid right there, and it'll stick right there. So that way it won't fall and it will just stay there. That is actually the medical droid, and we'll get that to when we're looking at the minifigures. But we do get another sticker on you know, the lights right there, and then also on that little elevator shaft thing that, you know, you can move this up and down. We get a sticker right on the side right there. One in the middle, and then one more towards the side. Those were the hardest stickers to actually place, but I feel like I got them just right. The elevator kind of works like this. You place a minifigure right there, and the only way to actually move them up is with your hand. And for me, it doesn't stay. I've seen some people that it actually does stay for them. No, it have to be stay. It does stay for them, mostly because of friction and how, the way the bars or the axle pieces were placed. But for me, it doesn't seem to want to stay. I can feel some. There you go. You see, I can feel some of the friction on there. But to get it standing like that all the time, it does not, you know, it does not want to stay. If you move it maybe a little bit, yeah, it'll go back down. We get another sticker, same sticker as some of the other control panels right there, and then we do get this little holographic, I don't know, piece that was in numerous sets actually from. Actually, no, not even numerous. It was in the last Star Destroyer that we got, which was the original trilogy one, and it was actually Emperor Palpatine. This, I don't know who could this be. Maybe it could be Kylo Ren, but as I stated in one of the other videos, the concept art that LEGO gets is not always official, obviously, because it's concept art, and they have to do with what they can. And they probably thought, you know, maybe that was going to be a Kylo Ren scene with Snoke talking to him with you know, the hologram or whatever they're called, intermission. I don't know what it's really called, but yeah, that's probably what they thought was gonna happen there. Here, actually, to get towards up to the front, they built some stairs right here, which I think were built pretty well. I want to see if we can actually get closer into them. If I can go this way, there you go. Yeah. You see, you can place a minifigure right there, but you can't actually place them on the stairs. You can if they're willing to stand there, but I think they're too sloped down that they just fall down. But it does look nice there. You know, it looks pretty nice. We get 2 more hidden stickers right there, if you can tell. We get a sticker right there, and then we get a sticker over on this side. You can see over here in the corner, right there. And then we get these awesome looking control panels that are also stickered. They're not printed. I don't think anything, yeah, except those control panels towards the front that were right here. Those are the only ones that are printed, but these were all stickered, and I like the way they're angled. I don't know what's up with these white stud pieces right here. It kind of throws me off. They easily could have just placed, you know, these tiled pieces one stud down, and it would have been okay. But like that, it looks alright. I do like what's designed for the stickers on the control panels, and then of course we get these right here too that are also stickers. And you know, on the manual it actually tells you, you know, which stickers go where. So these aren't placed randomly. You do gotta place them where they're at. And I like to make my sets, you know, very accurately, so that's why I did that. You do get 2 clips back here to place guns, as most sets do. The bigger sets, you get clips somewhere along the wall, and that is pretty much it for, you know, for the interior. That's pretty much it for the Star Destroyer. Now I am gonna place Snoke where he's supposed to be, so I can show you what it looks like. That's pretty much it. They didn't give him any, like, it looks alright. It looks, I don't know, but it's not Snoke's you know, showroom or whatever it's called. You get this little, whatever this is called. It's kind of, it represents like seats, the back part of the seats, but it's too far forward where it just looks weird. You know, that thing they got in the back there, it just sits back to forward. You can't lay that far back, and then when you close it up, he will stay there. You know, he won't hit its head. You can kind of see him through some of the cracks. You can see his torso just right there. It doesn't want to let me focus onto there, but you lift it up, and he's the first person you see when you open it, which is kind of funny. Yeah, that's the only thing you can see once you open it like that. So without further ado, let's actually get into the minifigures, dude. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry, guys. The first minifigure we're gonna see is the medical droid. You know, he's built with a couple of the joysticks. One cheese slope right there, whatever you people want to call it. The LEGO community calls it. I don't know. It's built with, you know, this is actually the steering wheel piece right there, and they stuck it backwards with a rod. It actually has a bar inside of it. Maybe I can show you. Well, it's right there, yeah. You just place that, and it's actually, it makes it more stable, so none of the pieces could actually fall apart. You know, the only pieces that would actually fall apart are these leather pieces, four sticks or whatever. Then we get BB9E, which is a fantastic a fantastic minifigure to actually get. You do get them in the Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer set, but I think it was a great inclusion to add him here. There's printing mostly all around the top part of his head. Fine detail. I should focus now. Yeah, fine detail. And as a little joke, you know, I added the helmet on there. It doesn't actually stick, you know, I turn it around and it falls off. That was mostly because if you guys know who Jang Bricks is, he's one of my top favorite, you know, Lego reviewers. He calls this guy, I think it was Darth Ball or something like that, and I just wanted to take the joke a little bit farther and add Kylo Ren's mask. I don't know if he did that in any of the reviews, I don't think he did, but that's kind of funny to me. Then we get this awesome looking officer. And I like it because it's like, it's kind of like a dark chromish finish to it. We have gotten that face print before. It comes in a lot of the Star Wars Rebel sets. No back print, mostly because of the hat, you know. The printing on the hat looks good. And I don't know if you can tell. Let me see if I can zoom in, but yeah, you see those, that's a fine, really small, fine detail onto the hat. The torso looks amazing, and so does the back. And the cool thing about this is because, that the AT-ST, the First Order AT-ST set that we get with Phasma, Finn, and Rose, Finn actually comes with the torso, so you can easily swap heads, and you can have another officer in your collection, which is, you know, a pretty cool thing to do, or something that you could do. We do get one of these. They call him a First Order shuttle pilot, and I do like the way that helmet looks. The crew members that we've gotten in the past, you know, it just looks like the visor's up, but it might just be a completely different helmet than the ones the crew members have. They have the exact same torso print as the front and the back, and he comes with that microphone face print, nothing on the back, which is really understandable. And he's a good inclusion in the set. We get a regular I don't know why I can't speak. We get a regular First Order Stormtrooper, and these are always a good inclusion. The torso print on them is fantastic. The leg printing is good. The helmet is fantastic as well. But, you know, on The Last Jedi, the Stormtroopers did get a different design. Their little mouth, let me see if I can point it off with this. The little mouth part right here is actually a lot more pointier and sharper than it was in The Force Awakens. And if you get the First Order Specialist Battle Pack, you can actually see the difference in between them. I mean, of course, the big difference in them is that they have the black stripe that goes along the side, but also the mouth is a lot sharper than this one. We do get First Order Stormtrooper Sergeant, is what they call him in the box. Excuse me. And you know, he's technically just a Stormtrooper, and he gets that little pauldron right there, which I think is very well designed. Yeah, it just looks fantastic. And I didn't show that with the other guy, but he does get the Clone Trooper head, which is okay with me. I've discussed this in a lot of my videos. I think it's okay that they get the angry clone face, because you don't ever see these guys without their helmet. So why would Lego spend more money to design different faces, or, you know, something that would cost them more money if they easily could just use the same face print that they do for all the Clone Troopers, Stormtroopers, and First Order Stormtroopers? They would save a lot more money. and it's actually helping us in the long run. And then my favorite minifigure included into the set is Snoke. Now he is a regular. I can't speak. He's a regular minifigure scaled. You know, he's scaled at the usual minifigure scale. He's not taller than anybody else, which is kind of disappointing. I do wish they would bring back those Woody legs, the legs that they had for the Toy Story line. You can see the torso has really good design. Sometimes you can see that it's darker. You know, when you put it in the light, they become lighter. And there's even extra detail in there. It's like creases of the robes itself. And the belt design, they added a lot of design into that. And it goes all throughout the front too, which is really good. You see a lot of scarring on him. His eyes are blue, which is kind of weird. I wish they could have maybe just left them black. It would have been fine if they were just black. You would still understand that it was Snoke. And you maybe could have even used this head as another person in a different line, you know, for custom people. But it does look fantastic. If you heard somebody talking, that's probably my mom. But yeah, there's scarring right there on the back too, and it just looks fantastic. So that's pretty much it for my review of the set. And it is a fantastic set. I actually got it on sale for, I think it was $80, which is half the retail price. And I suggest you guys get the Walmart app. Look at the tab that says My Store. Look at your store's prices, and you guys can add match it anywhere. But you know, you could also check if your store has that set specifically, or if it's sold out, so that way you can go check different stores. So that is it for my review. Please leave a like down below to show your support. Comment down below, let me know if you have this set, or you know, if you're planning to get it. And thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day, and peace.